This time of year really fucking sucks. One more right, but it killed you. Well, at least you got it right. That's worth more than getting it wrong and dying. Yeah, I forgot it was Christmas Eve. I just knew it was the 24th and I got paid until I was walking and all the people were wishing me a Merry Christmas. And I'm like, oh yeah, tomorrow's Christmas. Great. And I'm out of my antidepressant. Well, one of them. I take a few. I've got severe depression, and it's not something that's gonna go away. Mine's genetic. So one year it just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, and I've just had to learn to cope with it since. And I've only been on meds for the past like 4 years, 5 years. Not even. And I'm not saying everyone should be on meds, but everyone should at least consider help if they're feeling any sort of way. There's a few ghosts that are really easy to tell off the hunt. This floor has dark lines in it. I was sitting here trying to determine if it was a dark line or a hole. Like I gouged a hole or something. I'd feel so bad if I did that. But nope, it's a dark line. Alright, this music is boring me. Easy to tell when I get distracted. I'm actually on camera this time. Time to walk, will I lose my breath, angel of death?
Incoming ad break.
Will I lose my breath, angel of death? The silence echoes my mind. How can I leave this world behind? It's tangled itself up real good. All I did was wrap it. This yarn is so easily tangled. It's such a nice fabric material. Or a nice yarn material. It gets tangled easily because I think it's camel maybe? I don't know. It's some sort of wool for sure, but it's a camel brand. I dropped it. Camel hand knitting. I don't know what it says. But it's 100 grams per, which is 115 meters, give or take. Oh, I was born for greatness. Oh, a legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know. I am a champion. Whoa, it all comes down to this, yeah. Deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know. All right. What I'm doing right now is I'm lining up these little ends with the top so I can put the stitches around it and secure it, because this is where the one roll ends and the second one begins. And we want it to be as smooth of a transition as possible so that way when you're looking at the blanket, you can't tell where one ends and one begins. You can feel the difference because it's a little bit thicker in these areas because of it. However, that's it. That's the only way to tell is by feel. At least if you do it right. Keeps curling on me though. The edges always curl and I hate that. There we go. That's a comfortable way to hold it. It's also saved me from having to trim it. I just leave it extra long. So that way I can do this without it poking out too bad. So like you can kind of see the knot there if you're really looking for it. But if you didn't know what to look for, and if I did that, you can no longer see the knot. I know you guys definitely can't see it from this distance, but I don't know if the camera would even pick it up. It's just there's these little spots with fluffs on them. And that's just the end of the yarn. So who's gonna bring me some leftovers from their Christmas dinners? So we've definitely got people who are by themselves today and tomorrow. I'm one of those people. I think I'm supposed to play games with Muha at some point in the next 24 hours, but I don't know if we decided on the game. I tried to convince him to get crab games, but if we do crab games, we're gonna need a lot of people to join us. It's free on the PC, on Steam. It's free on Steam. It's, if you remember the whole Squid Games bullshit. Yeah, it's Squid Games. Could turn out fun. Yeah. I've played it in the past. It's a lot of fun to do. It's also the only game I've ever been accused of stream sniping, and the only reason I was accused I knew I was accused of stream sniping is because I could barely hear the stream, and the other person started shrieking about it. I had barely caught sight of them out of the corner of my eye and dropped down to where I thought I had seen them and killed them. And apparently they were being spectated, so I straight up stopped playing. I stopped moving, I stopped doing anything, and then I backed out at the end of the round and I said, "You're not going to accuse me of stream sniping and still have me play." And that was before I streamed, so I couldn't even be like, "Yeah, look, you can literally, there's this much of your arm sticking out." You need a bigger group than Among Us for crab games. Itty bitty baby eyelashes that curl the wrong way need to stop. Let's see. I really need to work more on my story. Do you guys want me to put words or something on the side for you? I didn't this time just because, like, I didn't want to have to listen to the ping all the time. Need to write down the one shot you've got in your head? Probably a good call. Lost his light or his sight? Leg. Okay. I actually want to show you guys something I do for D&D. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it again. I had the better one. Oh, hey, all my ducks. Aha. So I'm actually the note taker of our group. And I love turning our notes into actual stories. And it's literally her field journal. Up to and including little doodles. Then I've also got the last page in her book is the list of corrupted creatures that we've come across. So there's a cork, which is a corrupted warg. There's a corvid, which is a canine of sorts, the Shrike Queen, the queen of all shrikes, and a shrike, which spreads the infection of the star. So, like, the first page says, hopefully this journal outlives me, but it says, my earliest memories that I could recall were of the crags. I felt lost. The mountains became hills. I don't remember where I was coming from, just that I needed to get away. Fast. At some point I collapsed, starving and weak. When I awoke, I was being cared for by head monk Shiraker, a fellow tiefling. With his knowledge, we were able to determine I was still a young 20-year-old. With so little that I knew, I wanted to seek out as much knowledge as I could hold. My amnesia became more bothersome once we discovered my ability to remember everything. But I was able to use this ability to train with the temple and become strong enough to continue seeking knowledge. After about 25 or maybe 30 years, time flies when you pour into studies, I was granted permission to leave our monastery of Cervantes. As a final gift, Shakara granted me the name Seeker, one who seeks knowledge. Throughout my travels, I have learned a fair amount about the flora and fauna, which allowed me to join a, as I believed, great research facility owned by Arcadia and its king. One of the interesting parts of this was the almost shock of flash memories, almost like a dream. I remember living in Seraphith near to Earthblood, which I found was called lava to others, but by then the knowledge of the past was not a topic I had any interest in, especially since the technology and experiments His Highness had us of the agricultural department of Ard working on was much more interesting. By far the most interesting thing I learned of was the star, a meteor or something that had crashed onto Crayona, our planet, directly on Kratom, the land of the Dragonborn, decimating their numbers to near extinction levels, as well as some sort of blight got released into our air. It kills and alters all living beings it comes in contact with via 3 different ways. One of my most loved projects was attempting to use that power to counteract itself. And I'll stop reading there. But that's just the first couple pages of this. Like, this is literally our notes transcribed into a way that like, yeah, I love turning our D&D campaigns into these things. Score. It's not the only one I have. I also have, oh, where was it? Right, it's under the bed. I'm not digging that one out. I have another one though for a different campaign. Same group, different campaign. Spacing out. Um, hmm. I think we might switch over to some house flipper. Get my scrawny ass off the screen. Go ahead and do that. Tilt you on up. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you, Flitzy.
Named Lori. Yeah, Lori was a mouse in a big brown house. A fat little mouse, 'cause I'm an albatross. I'm an albatross. So fuck that little mouse, cause I'm an albatross. I'm an albatross, so what? Ram bum ba dum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Ram bum ba dum rumpy doopy dum. Here we go. A little bit of flip, 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 flipping. And if anyone has House Flipper 2 and wants to co-op with me, I'm more than happy to host. I've got plenty of funds. I already did this. It's also on sale right now for $25.99. Come to you say wanna run and hide, don't wanna get away. This one. Yeah. Gotta flatten this out. And then blast this wall out. Make the bathroom just a teensy bit bigger. It's only literally 3 blocks, but it still makes a very big difference. Okay, so this is gonna be the bathroom. This can be an office. Bathroom. Bedroom with attached bathroom. Bedroom. Bedroom with attached balcony. Welcome back. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. Let's get these doors in place. Uh-huh. Okay, now this is gonna be the kitchen. Dining room, living room.